Okay, there's no message.
Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
And this is just with the skeleton crew. You should see this ship when it's fully staffed.
Oh, no, Commander. I'm not complaining. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of the shoebox.
Huh.
Commander, I've set up the secure communications with the Turian and Silurian governments and added their combat data to our boards. Hopefully it'll give us some idea of what's going on. Commander?
I'll just mark all is viewed.
Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things, not wanting to die. No, that's about it. So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
I don't love the Grogan either. But we need shock troops that can stand against Reaper forces.
Yeah, they stood against the Rachni too. Look how that worked out.
Not too well for the Rachni.
Okay, point taken. How's the new Silurian working out? What's his name? Not Morden?
Fine. His name's Padik Wiks.
I'm just gonna go with not Morden. Commander?
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefield of Caliban could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Caliban. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that commands your attention, Shepard. Just a moment. I am conversing with Engineer Adams.
The tests for the IFF upgrade. It looks like you've got a few million duplicate encryption keys.
That is correct. I keep them in the system in case I need to restart a particular key's evolution.
The keys evolve?
Reaper interrogation signals do not simply look for a friendly transponder code. They look for a friendly intelligence. The extra keys help me seamlessly swap in simulated intelligence identifiers from divergent synthetic origins.
I see. So we need all the copies to seem like a living Reaper.
Yes, I tried saying,
humans are dust in the stellar wind.
but apparently that is no longer sufficient.
Okay. I missed that dialogue with my other three shepherds and I'm scared.
Hello, Shepard.
I'm really scared right now of the Edie. And seriously, how did I miss that dialogue?
thought he was with the Alliance, but found out later he was a Cerberus agent. I shudder to think how long Cerberus has planted covert operatives on the Citadel.
Everything okay in the medbay?
I believe so. I can tell Padik needs some space. If a medical emergency comes up, I'll be there. For now, I'll stay out of his air, or horns, or whatever those pokey things are called.
Huh.
Commander.
Hello, Commander.
Okay, there's nothing there.
There is new information on the private messages term.
Oh, private message terminal. Huh.
Good timing, Shepard. I had Glyph do a little digging on Reeve.
Anything useful?
Erdnot Reeve has commissioned more weapons of mass destruction than any other Krogan leader in known history.
Well, apparently he's well armed.
The majority of these arms have already been used in conflicts with other clans.
Or not.
Happily, Clan Erdnot retains stockpiles of conventional weapons and still present a formidable military force.
Oh, now I remember that research. That's what's his name? Yeah, that's Grogan. Grogan, what? Doctor? No, not Grogan doctor. Krogan scientist. Yeah, that's what I forgot. Yeah, he kind of researched weapons of mass destruction. If Rex is dead.
Perhaps we can talk later.
So yeah, good to know. Okay, now medical. Why did I go like that?
I admire your bravery. You're now the savior of your entire race. The transmutative agent that propels a species to a new stage of evolution. Many will fear that. Ah, Commander, we were just...
Step away from her. She doesn't belong to you.
Reeve, it's okay.
Nothing's okay when Solarians are involved.
This one is different.
What are you doing?
a blood test. Commander, please explain to him my only goal is to ensure her health is stable.
He was your inside source, Reeve. You can trust him.
I never even trusted my own mother. And now an archenemy is suddenly my people's best friend.
By helping you, my career in STG is almost certainly over.
Why do it?
Every species has their role to play. Centuries from now, the Krogan could be the pinnacle of galactic evolution.
Words I never thought I'd hear a Solarian say.
Then let him work, Reeve.
Just make sure you keep her alive.
Your concern is noted. And remember, I still need your tissue sample.
Better not hurt.
I need to speak with you when you have a moment, Commander.
Well, that was...
So you're the one who told Reeve about me.
I had no choice.
You went against your own government.
They were wrong to hide you. I couldn't watch your entire species go extinct while the solution was being held prisoner in my laboratory.
Your people fear my kind. That will never change.
It has to. Fear has never contributed anything to the galaxy except more fear. The cycle must be broken. Besides, you deserve better than being treated as an experiment.
Also, Reeve didn't trust his own mother? Is it because of the Rex?
I wanted to thank you for saving my life, Commander. Even if it was to serve your own ambitions.
Krogan have always put their ambitions first. I would think you'd respect that.
Perhaps. But how well has that arrogance worked for us?
I brought you all the way here, and I still don't know your real name.
I surrendered it. The day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now.
How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets, so when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
What do you think of Reeve?
He worries me. Reeve has the makings of a tyrant. I see it in his eyes when he looks at me. I'm the key to realizing his ambitions. But you can't judge all Krogan by his actions. His brood brother Rex was more reasonable.
What'll Reeve do with his power?
What does any tyrant do with power? In ancient times, the Krogan were once a mighty race. Not because we dreamed of war, but making a better future for our children. The genophage made us forget that. Reeve especially.
You think Reeve will want revenge for the genophage?
He's talked about it, but I think most females will resist.
How?
After we're cured, we'll refuse to have children. Reeve will need an army for revenge, but we're not going to watch a new generation finally born, only to face the slaughterhouse. It will be a civil war if Reeve tries. That may not stop him now.
Wait.
But you can't.
Years ago, Rex was part of my crew. I wish he'd been more reasonable with me.
I know. I've heard the stories. But I admired Rex for that. He was willing to die defending what he believed was the best hope for our people. Not just for himself. Rex may have been wrong at the time, but Reeve is wrong all of the time.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
How has Padik Wiks been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Silurian.
How so?
Most are arrogant,
always reminding us they uplifted our race. He's a deep thinker. We've had talks about philosophy, religion, evolution. His hopes for a Krogan future have given me hope.
Do you trust him?
The other Silurians would rather have let me die. Wiks stood up to them. He demanded medical treatment for my sisters and me. I doubt he has any friends left on Surcash.
Huh.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
Yeah. Cool. She's the... No, so I'm going to address that. She's the best Grogan character. Yeah. She is. And she's one of the... Also going to say this. She's one of the better characters in Mass Effect franchise too. Just saying. Now let's talk about Padik Wiks. I don't know anything about him.
Commander, I'm troubled by Eve's blood test. The stress placed on her system by Malin's experiments was severe. I can stabilize her for now, but without Malin's research to guide me, her health will deteriorate.
I hate to ask, but will this affect the cure?
I don't believe so, though I'm afraid her long-term prognosis isn't good.
Do what you can for her.
Certainly.
Ooh, that happens if you don't save Malin's cure.
How have you been getting along with Eve?
She tried to kill me at first. Krogan don't react well to Solarians doing medical tests on them. Once that was cleared up, we've formed something of a cross-species relational bond.
You mean you're friends now?
It's more an agreement not to kill each other. Species take time to evolve. So do friendships. Though I still haven't learned her real name yet. Have you?
She said it's a secret.
Baffling custom. I suppose Eve will have to do for now. Though one wonders how other Krogan would get her attention. Excuse me, Krogan of female persuasion. Do you have a moment?
Uh-huh.
How is this cure gonna work?
I'm hoping it will inspire a resurgence in Krogan sex. I've always wondered how they made it.
Not what I meant.
No, but you were probably thinking it. And now's our chance. In the interest of science, how do Krogan mate?
Very clumsily.
And there we have it. Could be worth writing a paper someday. Now, as to your question. We can extract the DNA that renders immunity from her tissue to produce a viable mutagen. In turn, this mutagen will alter the gland function across the whole Krogan species. Large and presumably irritable infants will soon follow.
This guy is strange.
Anyone ever tell you you're a bit odd?
It's the odd ones, the mutations, who move life forward. They expand the possibilities. On that, Morden, Solace, and I agreed.
Morden could be pretty unusual, too.
A side effect of our work. It often decides the fate of millions, even billions of lives. No mind is immune to the pressure. We all fracture in different ways. Morden's conscience haunted him. Malin crossed the line into barbaric experiments. And myself, I went searching for whatever gods created the rules for this unfortunate universe.
You're still weird.
I'm curious. Why do this for a problem that doesn't even affect you?
But it does. The willful extinction of another species benefits no one. We all lose eventually. The Krogan may lack beauty, perhaps even brains, but so did your ancestors. And mine. Every species has a fatal flaw, a flaw that is theirs alone to overcome. We cannot deny them the opportunity to evolve.
So you'll put your own life on the line for the Krogan?
For the larger principle, yes. I've spent my career planning which species deserve uplift and which do not. But no one ever asked if we had earned the right to make those plans. We are not the originator.
Who do you think decides what the plan is?
The question of the hour. The very reason religions are invented. Unfortunately, at this hour, the answer seems to be the Reapers. But even they evolved for some purpose, and by some design.
Have you had any luck finding answers?
There have been hints, like finding an artist's signature in a painting. The way the pattern in a Tanvorian mulch's feathers resemble the galactic spire. That's almost showing off. But none of it constitutes proof. Just intuition.
Most scientists I meet don't feel that way.
Then they're blind. so much grandeur in creation. It can't be an accident.
Yeah. Sorry, I just reminded by something.
I'm curious.
But it does. The Krogan, every species.
The Krogan have proven their purpose. Bloodshed and conquest. We don't need more of that.
Peace is rarely the way of things, Commander. Your obsession with guns proves it. I suppose it's the Krogan's violent nature that saves us from the Reapers.
Huh.
Species go extinct all the time.
Yes, if they fail to evolve naturally, then so be it. But as a deliberate campaign of genocide, a campaign that never takes into account the unintended consequences of annihilating a species, no politician or scientist has that kind of foresight. Only the arrogance to pretend otherwise.
I knew an STG scientist named Morden Solus. Have you heard of him?
Indeed. I once punched him in the face.
You what?
He was still an STG at the time. I postulated there was more to evolution than just random mutation. Morden disagreed. We argued, we drank, then argued some more. Soon enough, a good fracas seemed the best way to settle things.
Who won?
He got a black eye. I broke a few fingers. We called it even and went back to drinking.
Wow. There's need to be some comic about that. You know. About them being buddies.
So the two of you were friends?
Some weeks, yes. Some weeks we didn't speak to each other. There were tremendous stresses for those involved in genophage research. My side of it was all theoretical. His side, well, he went to Tachanka. He saw its effects up close. He was never the same after that. I now understand.
Wow. Damn. Wait, how come Morden is dead and find even more about his character? Wow. Padik Wiks, you rock.
I'm sorry to say Morden died.
I know. STG is aware of your mission through the Omega-4 relay. For Morden's sake, I hope he finally found the grace he deserved.
Thanks. I appreciate your help in this.
And I appreciate the chance to witness this moment in history, Commander. We're charting a new course in evolution.
Yeah. Damn. I had no idea about Morden about that. But that's... wow. That was pretty cool. Let's start Diana now.
Hey, just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Oh, screw that. I'm not supporting.
That's the map.
Lose the piece or lose your spot on this ship, Allers.
This is exactly what I was afraid of.
Thanks, Commander. What's your choice, Allers? Like you said, it's just your opinion, right?
I'll pull it. Cerberus stealthily strikes Star System shield. No, glad I read that one out loud.